Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I'm sure last week you heard about the news that the talk show host Wendy Williams filed for divorce from her trifling husband, Kevin Hunter, aka Kelvin Hunter. Wendy reached her breaking point with Kevin when she found out that his longtime mistress gave birth to his child. Not only that, Wendy actually found out more details about his affair with this mistress, and they have been together allegedly for 15 to 16 years. This is actually what a source told People. When Wendy found out about this news, she did file for divorce. LoveBscott.com actually shared exclusives about what happened when Wendy served her husband divorce papers. She actually served it to him wrapped in a gift box, and Kevin thought he was getting a gift. However, he got divorce papers and he went completely ballistic. Not only that, Wendy denied his access to her studio, and she instructed her staff not to let him anywhere near her. Now, if you thought that was petty of Wendy, Wendy has only just begun, because she's about to be petty throughout this whole divorce. Yesterday on her talk show, she did not address her divorce. However, she did drop hints that she was single and she was focusing on herself and her son, little Kev.
I'm moving out of sober house in just a few days, you know. I've been dealing with issues with addiction, alcoholism, and I have a whole new life that I plan for myself and my son. And addressing my sobriety, my addiction head on has really helped me sort out every single compartment of my life. I have a commitment to me and my son to come out of here better, stronger, and faster than ever.
So as you can hear, Wendy only emphasized that she had a commitment to herself and her son. She didn't make any mention of her husband, Kevin Hunter. Not only that, Wendy wasn't shy in letting the world know that she was single and ready to mingle.
I was distracted by that chocolate gumdrop over Cardi's shoulder. No, back it up now. Back it up now. I'm on the loose. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I would be calling in the middle of the night because, Kevin is away at school. So it'd be just me by myself. And I would be like, hello, security. Wendy's Security Bureau. Wake up that cutie named Judy or whatever his name is and send him over here. I just heard a bump in the night.
When I saw that yesterday, I was cracking up because Wendy was being so petty and so shady, and I was so here for it. Honestly, I find this whole situation very funny, but it's not really fun and games for Mr. Kevin Hunter, because he is now realizing that his wife is serious about cutting ties with him, and he's panicking right now. In fact, he wrote an open letter apologizing to Wendy Williams, and he said this: 28 years ago, I met an amazing woman, Wendy Williams. At the time, I didn't realize that she would not only become my wife, but would also change the face of entertainment and the world. I have dedicated most of our lives to the business empire that is Wendy Williams Hunter, a person that I truly love and respect unconditionally. I'm not proud of my recent actions. I'm going through a time of self-reflection, and I'm trying to right some wrongs. No matter what the outcome is or what the future holds, we are still the Hunter family, and I will continue to work with and fully support my wife in this business and through any and all obstacles she may face, living her new life of sobriety while I also work on mine. I ask that you please give me and my family privacy as we heal. Thank you. So apparently Kevin Hunter thought that this open apology would be enough to pacify Wendy. However, Wendy is not playing around with Kevin, because she actually fired him after he put out this statement. According to the Daily Mail, Wendy fired her husband as her executive producer on her show. And not only that, the gold Ferrari that Kevin gave his mistress, Sharina? Well, Wendy actually had that Ferrari towed away. There were photos floated around of Sharina riding around in this Ferrari that Kevin bought with Wendy's money. And when Wendy saw these photos, she was furious and she was like, oh no, this dude gotta go. So she didn't only repossess his car, but she also gave him 48 hours to clear his office and clear his belongings out of their family home. So as you can see, Wendy is not playing around. And Honestly, this all looks really, really bad for Kevin Hunter. It looks really bad for him. He thought that he could continue to treat Wendy any type of way. I mean, it's bad enough that he had a mistress on the side for years, and it's even worse that he had a baby with this mistress, and to make it even more embarrassing, the whole public knows about it. And on top of that, it's bad enough that he was allegedly abusing Wendy, because these rumors have been going around for years, and I have to stress that because his abuse is allegedly the reason why she relapsed in the first place. And oddly enough, I think it was a blessing in disguise that Wendy did relapse and get rehab and get her life together in a sober house, because it actually gave her time to really reflect on the position that she's in. She's in this toxic marriage and the whole world knows about it. Her husband is disrespectful and spending all of her money on his side chick and her new baby. Not only that, he's controlling, he's abusive, allegedly, and her staff hates him because he's so disrespectful and so mean, allegedly. And Wendy had to really sit back and think to herself, is it worth it? Is it worth it to allow this man to ruin your reputation, ruin your career, ruin your relationships, and ruin your life? Is it really worth it? Absolutely not. So Wendy has finally had an epiphany and said, you know what? I'm leaving this man. I'm cutting all ties with him. I am done. And I'm really happy that Wendy has finally come to her senses and made this decision, but I still have some concerns, and I'm actually concerned about her husband, Kevin Hunter, and I'll tell you why. Things are really going downhill for Kevin at this point, and he doesn't strike me as the type of man to take things like this very well. I do have some concerns that he might inflict harm on himself or other people, because now the world is seeing him for who he is, and his reputation is complete trash at this point. I don't think anybody in the entertainment business will be willing to work with him, especially since Wendy fired him. And now that Wendy is officially cutting him off, he no longer has power. He no longer has importance. His reputation in the industry is already tarnished because he allegedly doesn't like to pay people, and he also mistreats people. Not only that, he will no longer have a steady flow of income. Now, Wendy might have to pay him a chunk of money in a settlement, but he will run through that money very quickly because he allegedly has a lot of debt. At least that's what Wendy implied during a segment on her talk show.
And at what point is your man so far in debt? You better stop staring at me. We're talking about their business.
Child, the shade of it all. And listen, Kevin not only has to worry about paying debt, but he has to worry about paying child support for his new baby that he has with his mistress. And Wendy is washing her hands clean of that mess. She's making sure that Kevin will not be able to use her money to take care of his side chick and their new baby.
Because I don't know about you, but my diaper changing days are over.
Now, I'll say this, as soon as Kevin's money dries up, his side chick is going to leave him, and that's when he's really going to lose it. So things are not looking good for Kevin at all, and his reputation will continue to be dragged in the mud because all the evil stuff that he did to other people is catching up to him now. There's an exclusive interview on Unwind with Tasha K's page with an artist named A.V.A Beatz who revealed that Kevin allegedly sexually and emotionally abused him. Now, this interview right here is not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you, you will be gagging throughout this interview, okay? But it really doesn't put Wendy's husband in a good light at all. And I'm kind of concerned about how this will end. I'm just praying for A.V.A.'s protection and Wendy's protection and even Sharina's protection, because Kevin strikes me as somebody who's kind of crazy. So if he handles things in a violent way, I think everybody around him should be very careful. And I do think that Sharina should start thinking about an escape plan, because he's definitely going to take his anger out on her if she's not careful. So for the sake of her baby, she definitely needs to find a way to escape. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.